Triggers don't always have to be painful. We can use our triggers as a way to inform others or just to continue to share our story. So I believe I was a little triggered earlier, or I was reminded about a situation. I went to the YWCA today because I was distributing my flyers because as some of you may have seen, this is coming up, Sip and Color, at our location. You see it here, coloring outside the wounds. Coloring Outside the Wounds. That's here in Chicago. Our office, Suppressed Wounds Redemption and Recovery, is located at 6636 South Cottage Grove Avenue. This event will be on August 30th. But anyway, I was dropping off some flyers at the YWCA, and I was able to see, some of like the services they provided. And as soon as I seen sexual assault, I think it's like sexual assault help or assistance or something like that, I was reminded by the moment when I was assaulted by one of my former classmates. Now, this is in my book, Suppressed Wounds, Redemption and Recovery. You can check it out. It's only $10. I have the ebook, paperback book, and the audio book. So if you want to hear me read to you, want me to read to you, it's only $5. Link in my bio. But anyway, I was reminded by that moment. And here it is. I remember going to the health department shortly afterwards. I want to say probably about 2 days later, I went to the health department just to get checked out so they could do like swabbing and stuff like that. They didn't do a RAPE kit because I didn't report it. But what bothered me the most was what the doctor said to me while he was examining me. He said, yeah, things look a little rough down here. There's definitely some tearing because I was in pain. And he was like, yes, there's some tearing down here. And then he laughed about it. And he was like, next time, make sure you use some lubricant, And I couldn't get upset with him because he didn't know what had transpired. He didn't know what happened to me. Because sometimes we can have displaced anger and we can take anger out on the wrong people. But here it is. I was holding on to this secret. I had only told one person at that particular time what had happened to me. And this person, when I confided in him about what had happened to me, his response was, well, I don't really know what to do in this situation. Like no comfort, no nothing. But that's another thing. So not only do we have like displaced or misplaced anger, but sometimes we can have misplaced expectations. We're expecting someone to react or respond a certain way, but they don't even know what to do or how to say this or how to say that. I'm sweating. I'm going to come back. But I wanted to share that. So when you're holding on to something, fine, ask God to send people in your life that you can talk to. But if you feel like you can't talk to anybody, go somewhere, scream it out, shout it out, write it out. Sometimes you might end up seeing a stranger. And if it's on your heart to say, this is what happened to me, start sharing. Start sharing. Take off your expectations of what you believe they should say to you and just share what's on your heart so you can get that stuff out. But if you want to process that, if you want to process that pain and you're near or around Chicago, you may not even be in Chicago. You might want to fly in. Next Saturday, we have Girl Let's Talk. Right here, Girl Let's Talk open mic, 7 p.m. Suppressed Wounds, Redemption and Recovery, 6636 South Cottage Grove Avenue. It's $10, but if you don't have that, come on in. But yeah, I am sweating, y'all. We don't have central air and heat in our home, in our apartment. We don't have central air and heat. So I'm standing by the bedroom because we got the air conditioning there. But I'm going to come back because I want to talk more about assault, displaced anger, misplaced anger, and false expectations.